the Bulgarian AKM Type 2 bayonet. These are some neat ones. I have a bunch of them here. I used to use these as fill-ins for my Lithuanians and some of the other, which are just really scabbards or sheaths, really, or I don't know what to call them, hangers. And I would use these Romanians to fill in because they used to be inexpensive. You used to be able to buy these things for probably 10 bucks a piece at some points, especially for something like this that was all used. A nicer new one with a lot of color in it. I'd say maybe this is one of the nicer examples of something with a color infill serial number, matching serial numbers, an exploding Bakelite situation going on there. Well, I was going to say I didn't pick a clean one, but a lot of them are clean. There's usually no 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐿 or anything. Circle 10, just one circle 10. So pretty neat, and leather strap and the complete hanger. So unlike a Hungarian, which would also often be incomplete, or a Chinese, which you'd never get on a belt by itself, the Bulgarians were ready to go. They have the wire cutters in them. They're already insulated because they're Bakelite. They're decent. People like the Type 2s. So I'd say that's pretty good example. Now some people don't like all that Bakelite business going on, so here's a pretty decent example of an issued one that didn't have almost any characteristic of the Bakelite swirl. It's really just almost brown. We've got the Circle 10 here. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe they didn't have a Circle 10 on here, just the Type 74s did. But you can tell way more worn, repaired, right? Battlefield repair or armorer's repair. They almost always twirled their wrist strap. People say, why? Well, let's take a look. Untwirled wrist strap hanging all around, dangling. It's all weird. You kind of have to do this to get it in there. So which would you rather have hanging off of your gear? This or this? So when you see them twisted up, usually it means that somebody was using it. They got the black down here, I think, in case they don't glare, right? So otherwise you got shiny stuff sticking out of your gear. Pretty neat. I really like this one the most, probably out of all of mine, because it's worn. This one is also pretty cool with the worn appearance. This one's almost a yellow, so again, not very much of the swirl, but very yellow. No strap, but we'd assume same thing. You'll also notice that sometimes in the field they'll smash that thing in so that it doesn't keep coming loose all the time. So obviously a brand new one isn't going to have that. It's going to be the normal size gap, but that's another way to tell if it's ever been used before. Let's see, there's pretty much a lot of consistency with these. I haven't seen too much difference other than the material swirls. Some of the markings and the stamps and stuff will change over time, but we can see whatever this factory stamp is on almost all these later ones. These are probably the later imports, and these are probably issued. They all got stamps down here. These have, well, a couple of different serial numbers going on. So as we start to look at things like this is what collectors look at. Some kind of engraved or lasered serial number just kind of scratched in there. This one says 2797, and this says 2 something 97, so probably 2997. This one 5312 on both. Now you get one that's engraved with a laser engraver pencil or something. And yeah, so otherwise fairly consistent. Mainly it's the swirl that people are looking for. So if you got more info on these, if you want to ask questions, I don't know what I can tell you. Like I say, these are great fill-ins for a Russian bayonet. This is what a Russian looks like. Almost identical, except for you got a Tula star on here. If you're lucky, you get a double Tula. Or they're made in 𝐆𝐺𝐿, and then you get the triangle, and there'll be a triangle up here. So the Bulgarians only put their circles up here, and luckily, for most people, if you're collecting, if it's in the correct place and everything's good to go, you're going to see that 10, the Circle 10 from Bulgaria, where you're never going to see it on a Russian. If you open it up, you might see it back here, but you're not going to just see it from a picture very often. And in this case, this double Tula has the strap over the serial number too. Now let's not get it confused, since we got them all out and we're talking about it. There are modified pommels. Modified pommels, unlike a standard pommel, are much lighter, right? There's less stuff going on for the hand strap, which was kind of a useless thing anyway. So modifying the pommel can be done in a couple of different ways, but you'll never see a modified pommel Bulgarian. So if you see a modified pommel in a pile of Bulgarians for sale, and they're not the same price as this would cost, then you're welcome. Consider checking out our Patreon with your savings. All right, with that, we're wrapping it up. Like I said, if you've got something else to add to this, please do. That's the whole point of collecting and finding information, is to share it and to accumulate it. Looking forward to that, and until next time, stay tuned for more videos on the collection, and we'll talk to you later.
𝐆CiG𝐿𝐿 is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at 𝐆CiG𝐿𝐿.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice once a month, and carry every day.
Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.